This box lies probably, if not the best piece of equipment I got for the Husky to this date. Something that's been needed the whole time. It's literally up there with the SRT Moose tubes. What's in this box is gonna change people's lives. Not people's lives, it's gonna change my life. Moment of truth to open up the box. I'll give you a hint. The box is from Enduro Engineering, and they have something that is much needed for this bike, and one of the most #1 comments I've seen from people with Huskies, KTMs, etc. lies in this box. Is in this box, you may ask. Take the paper out. We have some goodies in here, but one of the best goodies we have is an Enduro Engineering seat. Goodbye sitting on a brick. Hello, sitting on a cushion. Well, I am absolutely beyond stoked to be working with Enduro Engineering. My dad has actually been running these seats probably for the last 10 years or so. So when it came to working with Enduro Engineering, I thought that was pretty awesome in itself. But we got a seat that actually has some padding. I got the one that's about, I want to say it's a half an inch to an inch shorter than the seat that is on there. So this is going to be awesome for when we get into that tight technical stuff and I need a little bit more ground clearance. So I decided to go with that. They have like the lower seat, they have the normal seat, and then they have a higher seat as well. We got a new skid plate after doing the Sprint Enduro. I wanted something that was a little bit beefier and something that also came with a linkage cover. So now if we're climbing over rocks or doing any of that stuff, because I believe the only bike that doesn't have that is the KTM XCW that doesn't have the linkage. So if you have any other bike you need to protect that linkage, Enduro Engineering has skid plates that offer additional linkage protection. So that is really, really awesome if you want to protect that. Got new hand guards as well. Obviously hand guards are hand guards, but I'm not a huge fan on how the stockies look. I feel like they're just so plain and they look kind of bulky. So we're able to get some hand guards from them, so I'm really stoked for those. And we also have the wraparound option as well. So we're able to run the ones that are like this, or we have the ones that if you want to protect your levers, that way you don't break your levers. If you fall down, they have the wraparounds as well, which if I'm doing like hard enduro or stuff like that, I'll probably run the wraparounds. But normal day-to-day stuff, I kind of like the ones that don't wrap around. It's just a personal preference of mine. But like I said, if I know I'm doing something gnarly, if I know I'm gonna, like for example, I did enduro cross a couple years back, and I really, really wish I had the wraparounds because I fell so many times. I was just bending levers, blowing through levers, and it ended up being like a really bad situation. So the fact that there's wraparounds is really, really awesome. Excuse me, I choked on my own spit. The thing they sent over, which is awesome, is a rear fin for the bike. This is gonna be something that is so awesome to be able to get that that rear brake disc guard protection, because obviously on the bike right now there is absolutely nothing and there's not that much clearance. Say I'm going through a rock pile, I could easily hit a rock on that disc guard and that's gonna completely just destroy that disc. I did that on the old YZ so many times. So the fact that I have that now and then other components that are gonna help protect the bike, I feel like the Husky is really, really, really starting to get dialed, and I feel these are like pretty much necessities when it comes to protecting the bike. So the skid plate, the seat is just because of the fact that the seat on here is so bad, and then we got the new hand guards, and it's beautiful, man. I'm really stoked to put all the stuff on right now.
A few moments later.
Actually was not as hard as I thought. I've had an absolute bear with skid plates and stuff before. So let me show you what we just did, man. It turned out really good. All right, so first off, we got the brand new seat, which I already like it better than the blue one down there more. I was never a fan of that blue and black on the Husky. I felt like the colors look kind of off. I mean, I get it, it's their color scheme, but that blue didn't match the blue that's on the graphics, so I always thought it looked kind of weird. But you guys can tell that it looks absolutely sick, man. Huge fan on how the black looks on it now. I feel like it blends in a lot better. It is a lot softer than the other one, like a million times softer, a little bit shorter. But that Enduro Engineering seat, man, if you guys have a Husky and haven't got a seat yet, I mean, I'll wait till I get some more seat time on it. But first impressions, and according to what everybody else said, These are the best seats you guys could buy, and I'm really stoked to be able to try this thing out. On to the rear disc guard. Got that thing all installed up. Looks super good right now. Wait till I go rock smash and it won't look that good. Wasn't too difficult to install. I had to take out the brake pads up top. I had to take out a nut, if I could get a focus on it, right there. And then that pulled apart, and that actually took this piece off right here. So you take this piece off that was on there before, and this was basically built into the Enduro Engineering brake guard, the brake caliper guard. So this comes off. Like I said, there was one nut right here. This end just pulled off, and then obviously you gotta take the rear tire off to get the axle bolt off, and everything slides through, everything lines up, and it's in there super sturdy. So I'm excited about that piece as well. Last but not least on our install list is the new heavy duty skid plate. You can tell that this thing's gonna be able to take an absolute beating. Let me get on my bottom here so I can show you guys what's going on the bottom, so you guys can see that it has way more coverage, comes up the sides a little bit more, man. Helps it protect from some of these components like right here that are exposed a little bit with the stock skid plate. Also went with the additional attachment on the skid plate. You guys can see there's 2 bolts right here, which is sold separately through Enduro Engineering, that comes off with this plastic piece that protects the linkage. I can't really tell if I could get it on camera. I don't know. You could kind of tell actually, like right up in here, that there's a little bit of a scuff already. That was from one ride at the Sprint Enduro. So you could see how vulnerable that these linkages are on pretty much every single bike. Again, except for the KTM XCW, I know doesn't have the linkage, but that's very exposed. So being able to protect that through a guard is a huge thing, especially if you're slamming through rocks. And then obviously it just mounted up here. There's a bar that goes across, and then the screws just went into there. And then on the back there's something that just connects to the frame that doesn't involve like any screws that hold in like another reinforcement behind the skid plate. So that turned out really good. So besides those things I've done to the bike, I think that she is pretty much ready. I just got to get the suspension touched up a little bit, but if there's anything else that you guys could think of that maybe I missed that needs protecting on the bike, please let me know, because those were some of the major components that I wanted to protect. Was the skid plate with the linkage, and then I really wanted to get the brake caliper, sorry, not the caliper, the brake rotor protectant on there as well. And then obviously the seat is not a protectant, but if you're riding, you want to be comfortable. So Enduro Engineering really hooked it up, and I'm so thankful for them, man. They're great products, great people. So if you guys are interested in anything that helps protect your bike, any of the things I showed you today, or anything else, head over to EnduroEngineering.com. I'll leave a link down below in the bio. They have a ton of stuff over there. Super high quality parts. And then, like I said before, man, my dad's been running their stuff for over 10 years, and he loves it. So the fact that I'm able to work with him 10 years later is really awesome. So head over there, and with that being said, let's hop on the bike. Let's go for a ride. The dirt is prime right now, and there's only one way to avoid that coronavirus, and that's to go out in the hills. Hey, you guys, what is going on? And today we are, at least we're near there right now, Vail Lake in Southern California. Never been riding out here. There's a group of about 10 of us. That's how you and your friends quarantine from the rest of the world during the coronavirus scare. You guys just go out in the hills and avoid everybody. So today's gonna be absolutely epic, man. We've always been wanting to ride out here. Me and Joey, man, we've been talking about it forever. So now that we're all out here and there's a reason to be outside since we're all stuck at home, I think it's gonna be an epic day, man. There's a ton of awesome riding back here. The dirt is prime. It's gonna be sick. You need to test it though. I heard Sub D is the hill master.
I'm not the hill master by any means.
Nah, you're the master. You gotta do it. Or Brian's a master too. Oh man, got stuck at the top, but dude, that thing's gnarly. Woo!
Yeah.
That thing's actually pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it was. It got gnarly like right now.
I know.
Look at that.
He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it! He's got it! Yes! Yes!
Oh my God!
Yes!
Yes! What a...
That was awesome. He made it up cleaner than I did.
He did!
Dude, that was awesome. Oh, Brian, he wants revenge.
Oh my God!
Dude, that was awesome. That was clean, too. Aw, Brian. Dude, that was clean.
Right now. Dude, unbelievable.
Heck yeah, I'm going down it. What do you think, I'm gonna fall?
I don't know. That's the problem.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 people. I don't think I've ridden with a group like that in a while. Adios, amigos. Catch you on the other side. Huh?
So wish you luck.
Thanks, dude. I'm gonna need it. Not going around, you went up, you gotta come down. We're in a danger territory. Ew! I don't think he's gonna make it. Oh, I didn't think you were gonna make it. Oh! Oh, 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 yeah! Go, yeah! Alright, so little disappointing, to be honest. I actually got some more content from the day. Hit my first actually decent sized jump on the Husky. Almost completely wadded myself twice. The first one I landed a little sideways. The second one I gave it a nice little panic rev. Ended up doing some pretty sweet single track after this little hill system. But I guess I switched modes on my GoPro without myself knowing, and I was just uploading snapshots to the GoPro. No video, all pictures. A classic mistake that I seem to do more often than I should, but at least we got the audio dialed, so that's pretty good. But yeah, just if you're wondering why there's not as much riding as you probably thought there should be from a huge full day at Vail Lake, you could blame it on me. Man, look at all this out here. So much riding for days. Oh, look at that thing. Woo! The JM's looking fresh. Dude, talk about a sick place to ride, sick property. Weren't able to do a ton of riding today just because of time constraints, but perfect weather. Hope you guys did enjoy. And like always, man, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Deuces.